Hey guys, do you want to know the difference between building wealth and getting rich? Watch this video all the way through and you'll get my perspective.
I know your time is very valuable. That's the reason why we have events like this. We want to go ahead and educate our community. Our Start Thinking program, it's about helping the community understand business concept, financial concept, and things like that to help them benefit their life in ways and aspect that they can't get it from school or they can't get it from their peers.
Hey guys, welcome back to Plan Success Today. My name is Sal, and today I'm going to talk about getting rich quick and building wealth. And I know there are two different terms, and today I'm just going to generally brush the top of both of them. I know when we talk about getting rich and building wealth, there's a lot of stuff we could talk about, but today I'm just going to touch barely the top of the topic, okay? So let's talk about getting rich. I'm talking about 5 ways that you can get rich quick between 3 to 5 years. Okay, that's a time frame between 3 to 5 years. And then of course, building wealth takes your whole life, right? So I'll talk about that part of it toward the end. Now let's talk about getting rich quick and what I believe are 5 ways that you can get rich quick. Number 1 is if you invent a product. So if you have a product that nobody has thought of yet, and you create and able to invent that product and put it onto mainstream market, you're going to make a lot of money. It's a given, okay? Because it's a product that everybody needs, or it's a product that has not been invented yet. And if you're the first one to get your boots on the ground running, chances are you're going to make it. You're going to make it big. Number 2 is providing a service that is needed in mainstream markets. So let's say, for example, if you came up with a service that has not been invented yet or has not been implemented into mainstream market, and you're able to implement that service into mainstream market, you're also going to monopolize a lot of the industry, depending on what industry you're in. Okay, you could be in the hospitality industry, you could be in the health industry, you could be in the automotive industry, but if you could create a service that makes something easier, you're going to make a lot of money between 3 to 5 years. Okay, now number 3, we're going to talk about scalable business. Now, if you could start a business that is scalable, you're going to also make a lot of money. That's different from a business such as like a donut shop or like a clothing retail store, because those businesses are also scalable. It's not as scalable as how we project it to be scalable. For us to open up one donut shop and invest time and money into it and then open up a second donut shop is going to take a lot of time. But I'm talking about a business where you can create a service that you provide or a product and you can scale it quickly. That's the way to go about it. Number 4 is to find a business system that is already in existence and then applying yourself to that system. Okay, so if you have a system or you see an opportunity or a system that's already in existence and you apply yourself into it and you help scale that business system, chances are you're going to make so much money. It's unbelievable. I have so many different friends from different part of life that has done this, and they have made so much money. It's unbelievable how much money they made. It's so much money, it's dumb, okay? Because the service of that system is already in existence. They're just providing and leveraging it, and that's all it is. If you could find one that's good for you, scale it. And if you can, you're gonna make so much money. That's number 4. Number 5 is if you become a motivational speaker or an influencer. It is so crazy how much those people make. I was so dumbfounded until I realized how much money speakers and motivational influencer make. It's just unbelievable. In one setting, they can make between $5,000 to $50,000 based on their popularity, based on what they're talking about, based on how many days they're speaking. It is insane. Okay, now can you imagine them having multiple appointments throughout the month? That's a lot of money, and anybody could actually do it. It takes time and practice. That's all it is. Now, if you were to ask me, out of those 5, which is inventing a product, finding a service that you could find a niche for, building a scalable business, applying yourself to a business system that's already in existence and scale it, and number 5 is becoming a speaker or motivational speaker or influencer, which one out of those 5 are probably the easiest for me to the general public who is an average Joe like myself? I would say number 4, which is building and scaling a business system that is already in existence. Why? Because you don't have to invent a product. You don't have to invent a service. The service is already in existence. You just need to apply the product and the service, and you'll scale it. That's it. Okay. I know growing your own business and scaling your own business works too, but it's going to take a lot of time because you have to reinvent the wheel. You got to figure out, who's going to like the product, who's going to like the service. So you're going to have to do some research and development. But if you jump yourself into a business system that it's already in existence, that already provide products and service, and they just need you to collaborate with them to make their business scalable, that's one way to do it. And like I said, I have many friends in many different type of industry that has done this, and they have made hundreds and thousands of dollars. Okay, so you find a existing business niche or a system that's already working, and you apply it. Now, with that said, guys, I want to go ahead and conclude how to get rich quick, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to building wealth and what's the difference. All right, so building wealth is completely different from getting rich quick. Wealth takes time to build, okay? And to me, what falls into that category, right? Real estate falls into that category. Stocks falls into that category. 401k and IRAs and Roth IRAs fall into that category of building wealth. Also, some people include life insurance as well, but that's optional. For me, the three that builds wealth for long term is real estate, stocks, 401k, Roth IRA, and I'll go ahead and include insurance, life insurance. Okay, so how does real estate work? Real estate takes time to build equity in the property as you pay down the principal, okay, or the mortgage. Not just that, but if you have a rental or two rental or three rental, the more the better. You have a tenant living in that rental as they pay off the mortgage, you're building equity, and as time goes, that's where your wealth gets built. Same thing with stocks. Every single month, $500 of my paycheck when I used to work goes right into the stock account, right into my brokerage account, with no question asked. Right as soon as I get paid, that amount of money gets transferred right into that stock brokerage account, and I automatically shuffle it into stocks or ETF that I want to invest in for the long term. I'm not a short-term trader. I invest for the long term, so a lot of the stocks that I invest in are the Magnificent Seven and also ETFs. Okay, the reason why I don't invest in multiple different stocks is because sometimes I just don't have the time to look into each individual stocks. I'm looking into stocks that are going to be here for the next 10 to 20 years. I'm looking for stocks that are scalable. I'm looking for stocks that are going to outlive me, basically, right? It's a necessity. And then, of course, ETF is a portfolio of stocks that you put companies or corporation puts together, and then you buy it, and it's safer that way. And over the long term is where the stocks magic happen. It builds on itself because the company in existence, which you're buying a share of, meaning that you're becoming an owner of that company, is building equity. As it grows, your net worth grows as well. Okay. Number 3 is 401k, IRAs, and Roth IRA. These are retirement account. These will help you in the long term. Okay. So when you put money into it, it goes into a mutual fund, or it goes into like a group work funding where it's an index fund, or however your company does it. Or for individual, like a Roth IRA, like I have, I put it into a portfolio of stocks, okay, and it grows tax-free. But that's another topic we talk about. The last one is insurance and life insurance. Basically, a lot of people use life insurance to leverage the market, and then of course also the life aspect of it as well. So that's building wealth. Okay, so you build wealth slowly as you live through your life, but you also need get rich quick business. And I'm not saying get rich quick as in like it's a false thing. I'm talking about actual legit business that you can make during the time of 3 to 5 years and make it happen and grow rich. Okay, so with that said, guys, I hope this helps you out to decide the difference between building wealth and getting rich.